Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a creative power style flow and we're gonna get straight into it. As you guys know, if you've been here before, I am in my third trimester of pregnancy, so I'm gonna take things at my own pace, but please feel free to do that as well. Even if you are not pregnant, take water breaks, take time to pause and to breathe, but this is intended to be challenging and creative, so let's have fun with it. Let's get started in a tabletop position. So we're gonna grab one of our blocks and we're gonna place it in between our thighs, getting a little bit of activation right away. And inhale, looking up, a little bit of a cat-cow. Exhale, curling in. Begin to activate your inner thighs. And then as you curl in, maybe you curl the toes under and you pick up your knees. Exhale, knees come down. Release the belly. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, curling in, nice and slow. Find that activation before picking up the knees. Exhale, knees come down, looking up. Last time, curling in. This time we're gonna hold the knees up. Let's hold for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab that block, place it aside, and come into downward facing dog. And pedal up the legs. Let's inhale our right leg all the way up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Now let's circle that knee nice and slow in one direction, warming up the knee. And switch directions. Keep the breath flowing. Now this time, come to pause and center, and as you shift forward into plank, bring the knee any amount with you. Exhale, kick it back up, three-legged dog. Shift forward, knee comes into your chest. Let's do it one more time. Kick it back. Exhale, right knee into your chest. And step that right foot back, downward facing dog. Great job. Left leg comes up. Bend the knee, open the hip. And taking a few hip circles on this side in one direction. Really mindfully try to open that hip up. So you're not just like wiggling it around randomly. You want to be intentional with your movement. And switch direction of the circles. Great, come to center. Shift forward into plank, bring that left knee in any amount. Kick it back up. Bring it in. And kick it back up. Last time, bring it in. And downward facing dog. Now bring your knees all the way down. Let's take a quick child's pose. And we're bringing our hands over to the right side, getting a left side stretch. Exhale, switch sides. Hands over to the left. Right side stretch. Okay, let's get started in our creative flow. So downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes all the way up. Exhale, shifting into right side plank. So I'm gonna take the eagle leg variation for this creative flow, but you could take any right side plank that you feel up to do today, whatever feels good for your body. So let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle the left hand back down, left knee comes into your chest, and then extend that left foot out to the right side. Inhale, right hand comes up. Hold here. Exhale, right hand comes all the way down, left knee back into your chest. Kick that left leg all the way up. And then we're gonna come to step that left foot forward in a pyramid, so straighten both legs. Now I invite you to bring your blocks here underneath your hands, because I know we're still coming up into warming those legs, so it's perfectly normal if you're not feeling as flexible. And maybe you just want to use the blocks to get a little bit more stability here. So let's bend into that front leg. Inhale, open up the chest, look up, really press your hips forward when you do this. And as you exhale, straighten both legs and intend your chest forward. You're just coming between those two shapes at your own pace with your own breath. Now, if you have the blocks, try to set them aside, and maybe you come into a supported warrior 3 with your hands on the ground still, or maybe you place your hands hovering by your sides. Right leg, which is your back leg, is going to kick back to a hover. Now, keeping the top of your body, your top half, the exact same, bending into that left leg and stepping the right leg right next to your left leg. Interlace your hands behind your back and forward fold. So flipping those palms, finding that release. Maybe slowly swaying your arms from side to side. And coming all the way up to stand. Inhale, the hands come up. Exhale, hands to prayer. And coming back into warrior 3, this time we're gonna kick the left leg back. So finding the stability. Got a bit of an injury on this side, so I'm gonna take it nice and slow, but this is your invitation to be accepting of the differences on both sides. I'm gonna slowly step that left foot back, and once again, grabbing hold of your blocks and finding that pyramid, finding that fold over your front leg. And exhale, bend into that front leg a lot. Chest comes forward, you look up, you press your hips forward. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, press the hips forward. And bring it back, straighten. And set those blocks aside. We're coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg comes all the way up. See if you could press that leg up just a little bit higher. You got this. Just a little higher. Great. Let's bend the knee, bring that right foot all the way forward, step it forward. And straighten that front leg. This time we're gonna open the chest to the left side. So both hands extend out. And I don't want you touching the ground this time. So really using your obliques, really using your core to stabilize you and to keep you up. Let's breathe here. Exhale, bend into that front leg and exalt your warrior. And coming back into warrior two. Palms come to touch in prayer. And we're going to shift into a side lunge to the back of the mat. So bending that back knee any amount. And maybe you use your hands if you want that extra stability, or maybe not. You're gonna keep that front leg bent, or you're gonna keep that front leg straight, sorry, as much as possible. And stay here as low as you can. And then again, option to use your hands if you want that extra stability or not. We're gonna shift into a deep side lunge to the front of the mat. So now your right leg is bent and your left leg is straight. Hand back to the mat. Now listen carefully. You're going to bring your bottom all the way down to the mat. And then you're gonna bring your left knee to come down to the mat. Exhale, bring it back up. A little bit of mobility here. Left knee comes down. Bring it back up. Again, left knee comes down, this time shifting your body to face the front of your mat, using your hands to shift you forward so you're in a low lunge position. Curl your back toes under and come up into a runner's lunge. Great job. Inhale. Exhale. Come up into a high lunge just for a brief sec. And then interlacing your hands behind your back, you're shifting into a warrior three, picking that back leg, that left leg all the way up, and with your hands interlaced behind your back. Now slowly bringing that left knee into your chest. Now you can hang out in stork with your hands up, or you can use the left hand to hook the left pinky toe, or the left big toe, sorry, and extend the left leg out long. I'm gonna stay here for a breath. And then we're gonna alternate between warrior three and whatever you took there. So either the extension or just the stork pose. So keeping the breath flowing. We're gonna go through it 3 times at your own pace. And then next time you come into stork or that left leg extended, hold. And exhale, left foot comes all the way down. Chair pose. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or hop back, and option to take a flow here. We're just gonna all meet in a downward facing dog. And you can pause the video, take a water break if you need before we move on to the other side. Okay, shifting into an eagle leg left side plank on this side, or whatever left side plank variation you'd like to take. Breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Circle that right hand down, left or right knee into your chest. Extend that right foot out to the left side. Inhale, left hand comes up. Circle left hand all the way down. Pick that right leg, kick it all the way back up. Now right knee comes into your chest, hold, and step that right foot forward. I feel like we just did this side. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna switch legs. So left leg is going to be forward. Yeah, this feels about right. So left leg is gonna be forward. We're gonna come up, straighten both legs, and we're opening up our chest to the right side this time. And opening the arms, keeping your body in a nice little hover. Let's hold here. And then bend into that front leg with warrior 2. Exhale, flip the front palm, exalt your warrior. Pregnancy brain is a real thing, you guys. I used to think it was a joke, and it is not. Warrior 2, and hands come to your heart, and we're gonna do a side lunge to the back of our mat. Once again, option to grab hold of the ground for some stability, or if you're feeling nice and strong and you want to challenge, you don't need to touch the ground. And we're gonna stay nice and low, shift forward into a little lunge to the front of the mat, lunge to the back. I'm gonna hold that side lunge for a brief breath, and then sit your booty down. And once again, you've seen me do it on the other side, but we're going to tilt that right knee in so that your inner thigh is touching the mat. Exhale, press it back out. Doing a little bit of mobility. Inner thigh taps in to the mat. Exhale, press it back out. Tap it in. And this time we're gonna shift our body to face the front of our mat. Using our hands, we're gonna come into that low lunge. Tuck the back toes under. Runner's lunge. Hands come by your side. Hold. Exhale, high lunge. Hands come up. Now interlacing your hands behind your back, finding your warrior 3 on this side. And shifting forward, bringing that right knee into your chest, and holding either in stork or right hand grabs hold of that right foot and extends it out. Breathe here. Exhale, warrior 3. Kick that right leg back. Let's go for 3 rounds of this with our own breath, our own variation. And last time, when you extend that foot out or you come into stork, let's hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly step that right foot down and coming into your chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, interlace your hands behind your back. Maybe you come up onto your toes and find your balance here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Inhale, right foot comes all the way up. Exhale, right knee comes all the way in for pigeon pose. Now we're not staying here in pigeon because it's a bit of a power class. So we're gonna lean forward just a little bit, press back up, and then shifting your weight to the right side, we're gonna pick up that back leg and bring it forward. And bring it all the way back. And doing a little push-up with the upper body. I don't know if you could see, but I'm doing it on my fingertips. So a little push-up. And then you pick up that back leg, you bring it forward to a hover. You shift it back, a little push-up. Let's go for 5 total. So I don't know how many you've done, but this is my 3rd. And there we go. And once you're done, you're gonna kick that right foot all the way back up. This time, instead of circling the knee, I want you to circle that entire right foot, nice and slow, in one direction. And then switch directions. Keeping that right foot flexed, keeping the whole leg engaged, and then set that right foot down. Left side. So left leg's going to come all the way up. Exhale, left knee into your chest, and setting up for pigeon on this side. Once again, tenting your fingers, coming into that brief little push up with the upper body. You come up, shift the weight onto the left side, pick the right leg up, bring it forward, and see if you can bring it back. And forward, and bring it back. This is probably more of a mobility thing for a lot of people. So don't be discouraged if you can't do it, or if it's really challenging or whatever. Like, this stuff takes a lot of practice, and sometimes, you know, depending on your structure, it won't necessarily feel good for you. So if it doesn't feel good, you can just stay in pigeon. There's nothing wrong with that. And we're gonna meet in a downward facing dog with that left leg all the way up, nice and straight. And once again, taking circles with that left leg in one direction. And then switching directions. See if you can make that circle nice and big. And great job. Both legs are gonna come down. We're gonna walk our hands to the back of our mat and sit in a malasana. If you need blocks underneath your hips, please feel free to do so. You're gonna begin to wind down a little bit. Right hand is going to extend over to the right side. Inhale, left hand all the way up. We're gonna come to stand with our hips up. So you're just straightening the legs, but you're still forward folding. So a little twist. So your right leg is probably gonna be a little bit bent here. Exhale, sit back into your malasana and switch sides. Left hand is going to extend out to the left side. Right hand comes up. Stay for a breath. And then pick your hips up, upper body stays down, finding a little twist here. And then just come into a forward fold. Wiggle your hips from side to side, release any tension here. And then bring your hips all the way down to a comfortable seated position. We're going to windshield wiper our knees from side to side. And then we're going to come all the way down onto our back. And bringing your knees into your chest and grabbing hold of the feet or the ankles, coming into happy baby. I'm going to rock that baby from side to side. Beginning to slow down the breath. And then bringing the feet in together on the mat and letting the hips open, just knees nice and far apart. Moving into that butterfly leg. Let's place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, and take 3 deep inhales together. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Now, I invite you to find whatever comfortable position feels really good for you to take your shavasana. I am going to wrap up the video right here and say thank you so, so much for joining me. I love being able to do these flows with you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know in the comment box what kind of practice you really enjoy so that I can create more videos for you. It has been a pleasure. Namaste.